Alright, y'all know I told y'all that I was gonna take y'all on my journey with me. So this is a part of my journey. Not the smoking of the cigarette, but I'm gonna let y'all just be with me right now and let you know what's going on. So about the Bloods gang member that had me at United on Memorial Drive. He met me on the bus at Kensington Station after I left the Budgetel where D'Angelo got me the hotel. And D'Angelo was not answering the phone, so I left the hotel at checkout time and I got on the bus. When I got on the bus, I went to load my MARTA card for some unlimited bus fare, just for emergency purposes. And this black man came up to me saying that he would get a room with me, and they said that I didn't have to do anything with him, and I told him that I am pregnant. And so when we got in the room, he was trying to do stuff with me. I told him everything about my pregnancy and what happened to me in Texas, and he was acting like he cared. And I asked him, I was like, are you a cult member? And he was like, no. And I was like, are you a gang member? And he said yes, that he was in the Bloods gang. And the man Bernard that was trying to set me up to kill my baby and try to do altercations with me and with a roommate, they were in rooming house, and he had a Bloods flag, a Pyru gang member. It's a lot of Bloods gang members, but it's a lot of gang members, period, and it's just all under one satanic thing. So anyway, he ended up leaving me in the motel room after I would not touch on him, and he came back to the room this morning when I was getting ready to check out. So he left last night. He left in the wee hours of the morning, 2 or 3 a.m., and then came back right before checkout time and was trying to have sex with me. And he went and bought himself something to eat, knowing that I told him I didn't really have any money or anything. And I just got me a little cheeseburger, got on the bus, and I've been trying to tell what's going on up until now because I don't want to be with any of these men. And now I was walking up Harrison. Y'all saw in my last video. Walking up Memorial, and I can do my own thing. I can be outside. I can figure something out, knowing that I'm being set up regardless of who bring me in their house or what. I know what time it is in this country. And so, they done always did me dirty since I was in my mama belly, So they did my mama wrong. So you did me wrong before I was even thought of with her, And God knew how they were gonna do us based off of a prophecy that was spoken about us. And I know what time it is now. I'm grown. Can't keep me blind. And it's deeper than just, them just setting me up. It's a biblical aspect behind it. Because the black people that they got doing it, they sold out. Jesus, really. That's really why they selling me out. So, and they sold themselves out. So, I met a man on Harrison. He said he could give me a place to stay for the night. He drove up on me in the parking lot and said, come here, he can give me a place to stay. He seen me with my suitcase for the night and at his house. And it's in a basement in this big house. It might be an Airbnb, it might be rented out, I don't know. But he was saying I could spend the night because he said he had to go to work tomorrow. But then he was just on the phone with somebody and said he's going out of town. And he said he's going out of town to Texas. And this is where they tried to murder me. And black men gave me a ride by the motel one time. I told you it's been hard for me to walk around. And he had bags all in his back seat saying he was from Texas. Marcus Mitchell came out here saying he was from Texas. And they have been torturing me while pregnant with this baby in the jail since 2018 and all over Texas and all over Arkansas when I went there, and all over Atlanta, Georgia. They have been trying to attack me and bringing me places and just trying to, do fuck shit and plot on me. And so they tried to murder me in Texas. And he said he going out there, and they've been pulling these operations on me where they feel like they're going to keep prolonging the baby from coming out or me from getting the medical care and torturing me. And I'm smoking cigarettes. And they've been stressing me on purpose. And I ain't even going to keep talking about what they said they were going to do to my son. And they just have ill intentions for me, period, in this country. When I heard that he was talking about Texas and what they doing to me out here in Atlanta, and it have everything to do with what they did to me in Texas, and everybody is acting all oblivious, like they don't know who I am, like I ain't been putting out the information, and they just think they're going to keep doing it because Marcus Mitchell had me somewhere for 4 months. They had me in the jail torturing me and this baby for 10 months. LaMarcus Sanders had me somewhere for 4 months. James Devon Harris had me somewhere for months. Jakiba and Travis had me somewhere for months. All this time I was pregnant with this child while these people trying to do stuff to me. Or they had me somewhere passing me around from night to night with them abusing me. And so they all cocky, and if they all cocky, like, oh, we just gonna keep doing this to her. And then go on about our lives and go live it up and go party somewhere. And it's very evil when Jesus Christ is involved, and he like, nah, she gonna get justice for that baby. It doesn't matter what y'all say about her, she gonna get justice about her son. And they still think they just gonna go and party and spend up that devil money, and it's really just ridiculous. As a woman, our bodies go through a lot. So for men to be trying to be homosexual and then do all that type of shit to a woman, like, oh, and then go laugh and think you're going to party with these people. And then they want me sitting around like a mental patient, smoking cigarettes, knowing that I'm pregnant, after they done said with the Ku Klux Klan, the Black Freemasons, that they gonna rape my son. And that's these Bloods, because they coming in there trying to do stuff to me. And he had his pants all hanging down, and, they acting all homosexual. And, I'ma just pray. I'm about to start writing my book, and I'm gonna have to ignore the phone calls that he's in there making. And I need to rest because I was laying down. And after I heard that phone call about Texas, I was like, nah, I got quick reflexes, like boom, 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 boom. Every video that I put out is a punch. I'm fighting like one of them ghetto girls dragging your ass in the streets in the spirit, and I don't want nobody running up on me for real because I'm pregnant. But in the spirit, I am fighting, and I'm winning, regardless of how many men you got trying to sissy up and do stuff to me. Because that's wrong, and God is on my side. People need to stop abusing me. I said taking my home from me is sex trafficking. Taking my home from me is sex trafficking. These white judges that on the bench that know my information and then took my apartment where I raised my baby in from birth, and then tried to give it to this thug that I have children with that was in prison and abusing me and others, and then sit over there and try to have me on the streets getting ran through. That's evil, and it's jealousy, and it is sex trafficking, and they know that it is. And then they'll turn around and want to try to accuse the mother, because they want to try to turn you into a junkie, a perfectly wonderful person and child, and they want to turn y'all into victims because they are wicked, and they have been wicked. And I need to listen to some ministers and not worried about none of the plots or the traps that they have me in and that they keep setting for me. And they are fiery traps because they are Satanists, and they are already set on fire anyway in the spirit. They just operating in the flesh until the time comes to where they do have to pay for their wickedness. So I'm just, the fear and the intimidation of people knowing who I am and pulling up on me and plotting on me and bringing me places, and then think you gonna taunt me and talk about Texas, knowing that's where they tried to murder me. You telling me what side you on, and then if people acting like they don't know who I am, that's really frustrating for me, because somebody should be like, nah, we gonna give her a place to stay for 3-6 months, and don't nobody needs to be in there with her, bothering her or nothing. But God said in the jail that they needed to give me an apartment. God said that they needed to give me back an apartment. God said that they need to give me something that's bigger now. God said that there will be repercussions about them taking all of my stuff. When I said I wanted to get my stuff back, I had visions of Latino Freemasons coming to me with black men and threatening to kidnap me and kill my children for their Black Prince Hall bullshit, and take my children captive. And I didn't want to see it in the spirit, and I ran from them, and God was stopping them in the visions from killing me and abducting me and all of my things, and saying that I could never have repercussions for my baby stuff and have things for my newborn, and people been starving me and, trying to stop a destiny that should have been fulfilled for me and my son, because they're Satanists and they don't like my bloodline, and they doing it for white people, because me and my son was progressing at a level of black excellence that was not up under Satan's rule, and they was over there letting him attack me up in my house and being satanic, and I didn't even know they was worshiping these people in these gangs and these cults. I am a woman of God, and I might have sin in my life. I'm human. I'm not perfect. But he who is without sin can throw the first stone at me. And they are filthy. And so I have to write this book. I was writing a book in the jail, and they didn't want to let me out with all of that information. And I'm writing a book. And, at the end of the day, they playing that old pick a nigga bullshit and that Coon and Uncle Tom shit, and I gotta get it together, and that's what they trying to keep me from doing by having me places where I gotta come outside to talk, or you know what I'm saying. I'm so tired once I get into where I'm at. I'm exhausted, just having me from place to place. I need to be somewhere stable, and they've done been plotting on me this whole damn time, and I really probably shouldn't even be with this person. I probably shouldn't even come here, because this is what they've been doing to me since I come out of jail. And then I'm going to have to come back out here tomorrow and walk around with my suitcase with them all, pretending like they don't know what's going on. I need somebody of God just to be like, we're not going to plot on her. We're not going to plot around her. We're not, wherever she is, she pregnant, give it to God. Let her be where she at with the Lord and pray and I'm a completely sane person. If I got somewhere where I can put my case together and go ahead and get my baby from these people, and I can do it in a calm mannerism, with the Lord, as far as moving how the Holy Spirit tell me to move. And if God tell me to turn up, I'll turn up. If God don't tell me to turn up, then I ain't got to turn up. But God was showing like, I can't just be letting people attack me. Like, I just can't be letting them try to attack me. And they had men walking all up on me, on Harrison, gang members, Crips and Bloods, walking all up on me, trying to intimidate me for these white satanic cults that they worshiping, and they plotting on my lace front, being homosexual, and plotting on my lace fronts. They stealing little stuff that I use for my face and my hair, having meals or whoever do that. They plotting on my money, trying to have people around me to see when I'm at my worst, when I don't have, to try to have me out there. And I really feel sad for African American women in general, who may not have been sold out to this type of system, because it is very racist, and you understand what racism is as a whole when you see the people who uphold the system that are not actually white, because it makes it very hard, because they lie and discredit you and fuck with you about everything, because white people don't want to see the kingdom built up that's not under their oppression, and it can't happen. And that is what's happening. We are another nation from my body in a country that don't respect my God and don't respect my ethnicity and don't respect our laws. And they have a system where they're trying to force me to disobey my God when I want to live holy by oppressing me and my child. And if I had my child and I had these people away from me and I was up from under the yokes and the burdens and the oppression, I could be holy for my God. And I see that that world that they live in is not for me. I don't want to be in Hollywood. I don't want to be a celebrity like on that secular level. I do not want that. It don't matter how talented I am as far as doing music. I never wanted that. I always just wanted to sing and put out music, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they always made it seem like that's what you had to do in order to be successful. You don't have to go nowhere near those kind of people in order to use your gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather work with gospel artists just on a deeper spiritual level because of who our God is, and serving him and worshiping him and praising him. Now, it's okay to have a good time, but when it's a satanic force behind your records, only reason why I think I don't even, like, for them, they knew I could sing. They knew I had a recording studio, and for them to have got all those black women to do that witchcraft on me while I was in that jail cell while they was trying to murder me. Like I said, Monica, K. Michelle, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, Cardi